Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. Feel like doing special interest video. Just kind of, you ever sit around and wonder about things like how come that superhero isn't relevant anymore? Or how come that character isn't relevant anymore? Well, I'm gonna keep talking about a character today who isn't relevant but should be. And given the current climate of movies, or even comics for that matter, will be rife for their return. Who am I talking about? Of course, I am talking about this guy right here. Meteor Man. Meteor Man. Meteor Man. This is an illustration of him courtesy of DeviantArt, but he is definitely a character for real, for real. And we're going to get into that character for real in a second. But before we do, I'm going to need y'all to do what you always do for me. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page. Share the Be Real with D Real page. Share it. Comment. Leave a thumbs up. If you like it, leave a thumbs up. You know, thumbs up are important. That means something, whether you know it or not, in the world of social media, particularly YouTube. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so you can see all of this and everything that comes with it. All right, Meteor Man. Meteor Man? Who is Meteor Man? Okay, I'm gonna give you a preview of the movie, and you can rock out to a little bit of this history. Pow.
At a time, Meteor Man. Sorry, Mike. Robert Townsend, Marla Gibbs, Eddie Griffin, Robert Guillaume, James Earl Jones, Bill Cosby, and another bad creation. Special appearances by Luther Vandross, Sinbad, Naughty by Nature, Cypress Hill, and Big Daddy Kane.
Stay chilly, peace them out. Chilly.
Robert Townsend is...
Have a good night, folks.
Meteor Man, directed by Robert Townsend.
Yeah, that was a Meteor Man preview. It's a campy movie. Almost kind of reminds me the tone of it of the Adam West Batman TV show. But let me share a little bit with y'all about Meteor Man. Jefferson Reed, a mild-mannered school teacher in Washington, D.C., is very community conscious and realizes that his community is being terrorized by a gang known as the Golden Lords. And one night he steps out to rescue a woman from the gang, only to end up running from them himself. He hides in a garbage dumpster and is struck by a glowing meteorite. Yeah, that story. He finds out he's got superpowers such as X-ray vision, laser vision, superhuman strength, hearing, and invulnerability, healing powers, flight, of course, and the ability to absorb a book's content by touch, super breath, telepathy with dogs, which he uses to communicate with his own dog, telekinesis, tells his parents about it, and then he goes on to have all kinds of adventures, but they're kind of cheesy adventures. And so there's a more respectable version of him that Marvel Comics did back in 1993, I believe, to coincide with the release of the movie. The comic is a little bit more grittier, and Jefferson Reed isn't as clownish, as foppish. And that's kind of what I'm speaking to. Meteor Man would make an amazing motion picture if we took the clownishness, the silliness out of it, or at least the vast majority of it, so he doesn't seem inept. Because that was the one issue I had with Meteor Man. He always seemed inept. Like he wasn't, even though he's a school teacher, he wasn't very confident in his abilities or his powers. Now, if we could have him be like anybody that's in comics currently, one of them will probably be this guy right here. This is the Star Panther. This is kind of a super powered version of T'Challa from an alternate universe. Now, and he's got revenge on his mind, and he's tearing stuff up in a major way. If Meteor Man could somehow be a little more like him, or the Blue Marvel. This is the original version of Blue Marvel before they found out he was a brother. Or maybe even, give him some kind of, scientific smarts, make him intelligent. And that would be a way to have, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the MCU, because I'm not thinking the MCU. Why don't you build your own universe around Meteor Man rather than, trying to incorporate him into the MCU? Because I don't know what the, what is the word I'm looking for? When Marvel's rights to that property runs out. The movie was made by MGM Studios, so still a thing. Of course it is, Creed. So yeah, the rights will revert back to MGM Studios. Why couldn't we have someone like a Michael B. Jordan? He looks like he could do the role pretty well. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Michael B. Jordan. It could be, any young black up and coming actor. Who knows? But I think it would be a great idea for a movie if it was done right. That's the scary part, y'all. Not a lot of movies getting done right in this day and age, especially superhero stuff. I'm starved for good superhero stuff, or what qualifies as good superhero stuff to me. Okay. A lot of people agree. They think, oh, this is the best time ever to be watching superhero movies, but I'm not going to get all off into that. I ain't going to get off into the opinion of what I think or what I don't think or what is or what isn't, because that always invites dissension and rancor and people trying to one up what you're saying, at least on my page anyway. So simply put, and even, how you give, those cameos to the characters who was in the movie previously, and you saw in the trailer the all-star cast that was in it. Well, they're not stars anymore, but they were prominent in the late 80s, early 90s. Marla Gibbs, Big Daddy Kane, of course, Luther Vandross ain't with us no more. Robert Guillaume, and there's a couple other black actors. It will be an excellent opportunity to do something like that. If you updated it, you could probably use that same story and still be serious about it. And I know when Marvel Comics did their comic, they actually had incorporated Meteor Man into the Marvel Universe proper. How do we know that? Because in the 6-issue miniseries, he runs into Night Thrasher and Spider-Man. So technically, he's already part of the Marvel Universe, so it would be a small matter to transition him if something like that happened. But me personally, I don't want to see him in the MCU. I don't want Meteor Man to become one of those staples in the MCU. I would rather he stand on his own and be his own character with his own universe. Who knows? Maybe Meteor Man could start his own type universe and get some black superheroes behind it. These are just the kind of thoughts that I have sometimes. Have y'all seen Meteor Man before? Have you read the Meteor Man comics? What do you think of Meteor Man? And do you think Meteor Man will make a viable property in this day and age? Tell me why or why not. Drop it in the comments below. I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.